Hello friends, this is Dr. John WorldPeace coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, UFOs, and the atomic bomb. The title of today's commentary is "The Collapse of America is Upon Us." This collapse will be the result of two men, Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Friends, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and contribute to world peace below this video. Going back to 2016 Republican primary, when Trump was nominated for President of the USA by the Republicans, I began to write about the evil of Donald Trump. I was not the only one. Hundreds of daily commentaries about who Trump was and where he was headed. No one else in the public record recorded as many videos as I did. Hundreds. In 2019, when COVID began to propagate over the world, I backed off my almost daily attacks against Trump because there was no indication that anyone was listening. And I was saying the same thing over and over. Since COVID was officially recognized at the end of 2019, the Trump dog and pony show has been in decline. The gigantic red flag went up when, after losing the 2020 election, Trump undeniably set out to override the 2020 election, beginning with an attack on the Capitol to violently stop Vice President Pence from certifying the election of Joe Biden. Since then, hundreds have been convicted for their participation in the insurrection, and the trials continue. Twice Trump was impeached by the Democratic House, and the Republican Senate twice refused to convict. Numerous lawsuits have since been filed against Trump, criminal and civil, state and federal. And with each filing, the support for Trump has increased and intensified among the MAGA cult. Several months ago, Trump was found guilty and fined $83 million in a Jean Carroll rape matter. Last week in New York, Trump was convicted of fraud in New York and fined $450 million. And he and his sons lost their control of their business empire for 3 years in New York. On March 25, Trump will face a federal trial in D.C. on the issue of a Stormy Daniels hush money trial related to Trump's 2016 election. Most people agree that he will be convicted in that trial as well. In the wings are a federal documents trial out of Florida and the January 6th trial regarding his January 6th insurrection in D.C. After the $450 million judgment in New York, Trump launched a line of golden tennis shoes and a perfume line. So the self-made real estate genius is now selling shoes and perfume. If you read the hundreds of commentaries I wrote between 2016 and 19, you will see that I said over and over that if Trump became president, he would lose his empire and would spend the rest of his life in jail. He's on that path. And still the MAGA cult supports him. Joe Biden is an old man running out of gas. I saw a commercial shown by one of the Trump PACs that showed a clip of Biden campaigning in 2020. It was a true eye-opener as to how much Biden has physically deteriorated, and it is easy to acknowledge that his continued deterioration will increase his pace. All Trump has to do is run these videos, and he will beat Biden significantly in 2024. However, what is going on to be the end what is going on to be the end of Biden is the fact that he is owned by the Zionists. Israel is an apartheid state that has been committing an ongoing genocide on the Palestinians since 1948 with the full commitment of the United States. The Holocaust by Zion against the Palestinians, focused intensely on Gaza, will end the state of Israel. The only way this Holocaust would be possible is with the ongoing support of Joe Biden. And this one issue will be the end of Joe Biden. So between now and 2024 presidential election, if these dynamics regarding Biden and Trump do not change, which they will not, America will collapse and the world human society with it. Twice in the 20th century, the USA saved Europe. Without the USA, the Europeans will crash and burn right along with America. So here's what happens after election night 2024. All the super rich will realize the global economy is going to crash. So they will start to cash in. But so will everyone else be cashing in, and like 1921, everything collapses. You see, democracy was a demand by human beings to choose their own kings and presidents. Well, all global political systems are corrupt. The top-end predators do great no matter the political system. Now, with capitalism, it depends on people to buy things. That is the real reason the Republicans do not want abortions. Those little babies are the future economic slaves who work in factories and to buy the goods other babies make. So when the buying stops, all economies crash. So within a few weeks after 2024 election, the global economy collapses. You see, Trump curses God. He curses the radical liberal left message of Jesus to feed the hungry, heal the sick, and shelter the homeless. He will be in jail just before the election. And Biden supports the Jews that God hates for killing the Messiah, Jesus. All Christians will tell you all Jews will go to hell. The book of Revelations is a lie. Revelation is a lie. And preachers who preach it are false. Christian nationalism is a business, and it will collapse with all the other global businesses. I will expand on all this over the coming weeks, but do not expect me to create another social media dog and pony show. I won't be doing that. God and I had an agreement before I was born to try to avoid the crash and burn that is coming this year. I'm the only global advocate for peace and the only advocate for Jesus Christ, John 14:25. When everything shuts down, I will just go back to God. I have accumulated nothing much in this life. My only metric has been world peace. I practiced law, accounting, tax, insurance, web design, when I had a family many years ago. But the family tore down everything I built. So after that, I devoted all my time to this world peace endeavor. You see, everyone hates peace because they hate change. So from 1988, when I changed my name, until now, I have not accomplished communicating the need for world peace really to anyone. Everybody gives it lip service, but they don't believe in it. And they don't want it because they don't want to change. And world peace is going to require change. One of the changes is all the MAGA cult has got to give him up. Maybe they'll do that when he's in jail. Maybe they'll send him cake and cookies. I don't know what they're going to do. But without change, we're on a path to a dead end. The whole world human society. I have a website, johnworldpeace.com, 19,000 pages. The answers to all your questions are there, and I will try to keep publishing commentary like this one each day. I would ask you if you remember the stories in the Bible about Sodom and Gomorrah and the story of the flood. And you know how Ezekiel saw the UFOs and Elijah was taken up by one at the end of his mission on earth. And you remember that God let the Romans flatten Jerusalem and Solomon's temple 40 years after the Jews crucified Jesus. And God let the Romans disperse the Jews out of Israel, the great diaspora. And 80 years ago, God let the Nazis exterminate 6 million Jews. And all the Jews learned from the experience was how to create their own Zionist Holocaust in Gaza. And you think God is not involved in the world human society right now? You got another thing coming. Well, here's the point. None of you have any idea how to avoid the coming chaos. Even as the weather changes globally, you do not connect that with the flood in Genesis. My point is that nothing is new. When humans converted to Christian nationalism, that was just an admission about what religions are all about. Business with God as money. The news is reported every night, but there is never a solution. Everyone thinks that there is nothing to be done except ride the train over the cliff into oblivion. Not so. The future is pliable. But to change the future, you have to change the now. Jesus said, ask and receive, seek and find, knock and enter. If you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Nothing will be impossible for you. If you believe in me, you will do the things I do, and greater things will you do. What that means, friends, at the book of Revelation, which has been set in stone for 2,000 years, is false. The future that we will live will be the future we project, not what was written 2,000 years ago. The future is pliable. We're headed over the cliff as a world human society because of our bad attitude and because of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I'm the only choice for President 2024. I'm the independent maverick candidate for President 2024. Write-in candidate at this point. We got about 9 months to go. Things are not looking that great. Have a good day.